Good evening, everyone. I am your host, Soraya Louise Alexander, the host of Think. What is a leader? A leader is a person who influences others. Everybody can be a leader, but all cannot be effective leaders. As effective leaders have the extra ingredients that not every leader possesses. A leader's most important role is to provide clear and compelling direction. Leaders ensure that all followers understand, embrace, and work together, achieving those objectives. Leaders provide momentum, sharing and celebrating progress toward achieving goals, setting new targets, and providing needed resources. Effective leaders are useful to the growth of an organization. I am very concerned and I am very worried as to the welfare of my country. My country is all I have, the land of my birth. And from where I sit, I have a responsibility to protect it. We must divorce ourselves from emotions when the facts are presented. And tonight, I am going to elucidate you concerning recent developments. The media was told by Alan Chasney that he resigned from the party, the United Workers' Party. However, the executive did not accept his resignation. When I did my investigation, it was revealed to me that what he said to the media was not true. I understood through my investigation that he never submitted a resignation. And it was false to say that the United Workers' Party executive did not accept the resignation. There was no resignation. Upon my investigation, I found out that he came to a meeting 2 days after election, and he asked the executive if he should resign. In circumstances like that, from what I gathered, it would be the prudent action for him to resign instead of asking the executive whether he should resign, and allow the executive to deliberate as to whether he should stay or whether he should go. One executive member, somebody was very emotional, and they said, oh, no, do not resign. But this was not a consensus by the executive for him not to resign. In a situation like this, from my investigations, is that you do not ask whether to resign. You resign and you let the members of the executive deliberate upon it. But it is very worrisome, and I have to bring the facts and the truth out there to everybody, because it doesn't only concern if you support SLP or if you support UWP. It concerns all of us, because what is being done right now can affect all our lives and our children's life and their children's life. So we have to be concerned. It is very suspect that my name, Soraya Alexander, would come up at high-level meetings concerning the affairs of the party, the United Workers' Party, saying that there are people giving me information. Now, it was said that people are giving me information, but I want those who believe that they are the night and day by which the people of St. Lucia arise. It is incorrect. I want to explain something to the people of St. Lucia. Bylaws. A rule made by a company or society to control the actions of its members. I will read that again for you because I do not care which is your party affiliation, but after I say what I say, after I read the bylaws, you will have to think. Bylaws. A rule made by a company or society to control the actions of its members. Now, it is very unfortunate. Now, you see, the thing about it, people are aware. A lot of people respect me. Do not mind if you see the few likes or the few this. A lot of people respect me and they seek an audience with me. And many people within that United Workers' Party organization are very worried. We have so many blunders, one after the other. There are various pockets, and I am telling St. Lucians, the politicians are not the ones who have our country in a mess. The people are. Because I cannot believe that there are pockets of people within the United Workers' Party who are supporting Alan Chasney in his bid to change the bylaws of the party. There was a meeting in Lauritius. My name came up. There was another meeting in Grosile, and what they're doing, apparently, there is a group who is going about trying to influence people, a group of Alan Chasney supporters, and some of the ex-ministers who have lost are going around, and let me tell you what they are trying to do. It is a very sick and sad situation. If this was going on with the St. Lucia Labour Party, I would come here and tell you the same thing. It is alleged that Alan Chasney and a group of people, their plans are to get people who support them to fit in executive position and chairmanship position so they can rule the party as they want. On my investigation, what I found is that they are saying at those meetings that the chairmen of the various constituencies are too powerful. And they need to change that. So the plan is to have those various pockets of people, candidates and ministers, whoever who went up and lost, have various meetings. One was in Lauritius, one was in Grosile, and they're having all over the place. And the aim is to change the bylaws of the party. Now, in order to do that, you would need to have your council. Not your council, your executive members. You need to have people on your executive who would buy that and buy into it so that the bylaws can be changed, and then it goes to council. So as long as you have those pockets of people having meetings and people are buying into what they're saying, the bylaws would be changed. Now let me explain to you what they want to do with the bylaws. The bylaws state that if Soraya Alexander wants to run for Castries Southeast, and then I have maybe 2 or 3 people who also are interested in going up for Castries Southeast, the obvious thing to do, you all know what you'll do when it's election. You go, before election, you do your pollings, you see who is leading, and then you do a runoff. It is alleged that Alan Chasney and his pockets of people are going about the place, and what they want to do, they want to have those people in place so that they can change the bylaws of the party so that the political leader can choose who he wants to run for the 16 constituencies. This is nothing short of dictatorship. Now, when Philip J. Pierre came out with his information, and I investigated myself and I saw what he was saying, you expect me not to believe Philip J. Pierre? Because how can that be for one man to believe that the United Workers' Party is his and have pockets of people going all around the place? Because what they are trying to do, they are trying to get rid of the chairmen who are there, but some of the chairmen are already elected. And critical people have called me, people I don't even know. Even this morning, somebody called me. So the aim is that the chairmen are too powerful. So let us change that bylaw. So if the chairman within the constituency of Castries Southeast say, okay, Soraya wants to run, and the bylaws are changed, that means as long as the political leader is happy with the person suggested for the constituency, you get a pass. But we must never allow that to happen. And this is why I keep saying that the United Workers' Party PR is shabby. It's very, very shabby. Because it tells me that had we left Alan Chasney and merci bon Dieu, merci papa, Alan Chasney lost the 2021 general election. If this man was prime minister, as I said, we would have to sell St. Lucia. And if you listen to Cleophas Jules, you would hear what Cleophas Jules is saying. He used to support Alan Chasney, but he learned his ways and how he behaves. He's not supporting him. Same with me. And like somebody said to me, so you took too long to see. But I like to see for myself. I don't like to just judge people. But right now I have seen for myself how he operates. How can people believe that the chairmen are too powerful? So the goal is to have those meetings in pocket areas and to gain the support so that the bylaws of the party can be changed to give a political leader all the power to put who he wants to run for the 16th constituency. We must never, I don't care what is your political affiliation, we must never allow dictatorship to happen in our country. Whether it is SLP or UWP, we must never allow dictatorship to happen. Also, upon my investigation, when Alan Chasney said to the media that he had presented the review, he got the review and he knew why the United Workers' Party lost, he never handed anything and they have to discuss it or will discuss it. He never presented the findings to the executive. And people are asking me why I am not supporting this man. I do not support nonsense. Not now, not ever. I I do not support nonsense. And if people cannot realize that this is a dictatorship and the values of the United Workers' Party is in jeopardy because one man wants to change the bylaws, that he has ultimate power to choose who he wants to be the parliamentary rep or the candidate for the constituency. This is dangerous. And let me tell you, you cannot love somebody. Nobody's asking you to hate Alan Chasney, but you cannot love a man and based on past experience and what is coming before us, that you are accepting this. When you had previous ministers of government in 5 years having 6 properties, acres of properties, crown lands, bought it for themselves, and y'all are telling me that I have to accept and support corruption? I will never support corruption irrespective of what. Now a lot of people, I just ignore y'all because I'm saying y'all will not understand, not today or tomorrow. Because for somebody to say, people are saying so is SLP, it means you are dumb. It means that when truth is before you, in order for you not to see the truth, what you do, you go ahead and say, oh, this person is SLP. I am not SLP. I am not UWP. I am a citizen of St. Lucia. And I am saying this to you, St. Lucians. All of y'all keep your eyes open. Because if Alan Chasney remains as political leader of our country, or of the United Workers' Party, ensure that you never vote for him. Ensure that you never vote for him. Because Philip J. Pierre, when he said that the engineers, the man is not an engineer, the man went to the engineers and tell them, shift the foundation closer to a river. Whereas the engineers, the contractors had to take out 311 piles. Now, they had to take out 3,000 and something piles because he didn't want it there. He's not an engineer. So I am just showing you his way or the highway. We must never, as a people, to matter your political affiliation, as long as Alan Chasney is the political leader of the United Workers' Party, ensure you never vote for him. Ensure you go out in full force and vote. If there are 2 other parties, vote for who you want. But do not vote for the United Workers' Party as long as Alan Chasney is the leader of that party. This is dictatorship and our country is in this turmoil because of this man. I bid you a good night.